Awesome. Thanks a lot, Garen. Yeah, so exciting news. We've been gathering a lot of feedback from you guys from in the beta forums, listening to what you guys have to say, listening to what you want out of a community and forum. And so we did it. We made a community hub where you can access galleries and join in discussions and get learning content all in the same place. So this is a brand new place where you can do all that. It's being announced more widely today, and it's just really good to see things like this happen. Really good to see all your work being shared at one place and very visually. And in some ways, it's very inspiring too. You see all these visuals and think what the value is that we are inspiring other people to jump in and create awesome looking work. So definitely a plus. Just some really cool numbers to see right now. We have about 751 unique visitors, 161 registered users, 62 projects, and a lot of people are already jumping in and starting to recommend enhancements, future enhancements. So that is awesome. We definitely want that, and are very keen and interested in hearing what the requests are. So if we go to the next one, so just a little overview here. This is what the gallery looks like. Apparently, obviously you can see your work, other people's work. You can follow people. You can like their posts, comment on their posts, and making a very visual experience. So that's a little overview of the gallery. Next one is the forum. So this is our new Fusion 360 forum where we'll be posting content such as what's new in this current S3 version in there. You can find that in using Autodesk Fusion 360 Beta. Under there, there's going to be a thread that tells you all the different things of what is new in this version. Also, definitely encourage you to jump in and engage with other users, engage in discussions, ask questions. We have a lot of people on there that are constantly monitoring and trying to help out you guys out. So with that said, let's go to the next slide, which is learning. Here is our learning content, and we have some essential videos, a bunch of video tutorials that kind of covers a lot of the things that we discussed today, but in more detail, some snippets of various how-tos and hands-on tutorials. So definitely a good place to check out if you just want to learn some of the basic concepts and getting started and getting comfortable with the software. The future for all these three aspects of the hub, and the hub itself, is very bright. We plan to revamp the learning page to be more visual and more user-centric in the near future. So all these things will be improving, and including the forums and the gallery. We're going to be constantly improving these. So your feedback is much appreciated and needed for us to make this as good as that we can make it. So yeah, that's a little overview of the community hub. Let me just see what the next slide is. What is that? Okay, so here is our email alias, fusion360beta@autodesk.com. If you have any questions regarding software issues, or even just comments about how awesome it is or how crappy it is, shoot us an email. We will get back to you. And yeah, this is how to reach us directly, other than the forums and the gallery.
Yeah, one of the things that we're trying to do in the past with some of our products, it was very disparate to get help, to go to discussion forums, and then there really wasn't a good way to show the cool things that you've worked on. So one of our goals here is to make it really easy from within the product to go out to a central location and be able to post the kind of the cool things you're working on, get feedback from other people or answer questions that you might have, and then get some help and learning from out there. So, you know, hopefully you guys can find some really good content. It's a fun place to play around. Certainly, as Kaching said, you know, give us your feedback, things you'd like to see out there, things that don't work as well as you think they should, whatever the case may be. You know, similar to our product, we'd love to get some feedback and make this an even better experience.
Okay, cool. Thanks, guys. So while you guys were going over all that, we had a few questions come in, so I'll open it up to the rest of the group to answer this. So the first one, let me scroll back here. Is it possible to copy and paste the DWG from your clipboard into Fusion 360? And I guess I'll kind of widen that up a little bit. Do we have any plans for supporting, say, copy and paste of SVG or Illustrator files or anything else like that?
Yeah. Well, I mean, these are, yeah, it's not in yet. You know, these are the types of things that we'd love to get feedback on, where you guys see the product going in the future and the types of things you'd like to be able to do. So, you know, as we hear more about, you know, these are the workflows we'd like supported, then, you know, these are definitely the types of things we'd like to look at doing. So, you know, a lot of it is just, you know, provide feedback, and let's hear from many of you if these are things you want to do, and then we roll it into our product planning.
The forum's a great place to do this because other people can pile on. If you say you want Wix support or whatever, and other people chime in, and it helps direct our product.
Yeah, we're listening. You guys have an opportunity to help kind of direct the future of Fusion 360. So if you have any feedback, we really appreciate it, and we have lots of people listening.
Well, I think just, you know, the development of Fusion 360 is a bit different than a lot of other products inside of Autodesk right now, and you know, we're trying not to build these big, long backlogs, and, you know, what we're planning on doing over the next year or two, we want to get something out, get feedback from you guys. Part of this forum is to get guidance from you and have this be really driven from you guys rather than us kind of coming up with the direction that we think that it should go. So, you know, as early as possible, we want to hear from you guys on these kinds of things. And if you see something out there you like, definitely pile on and say, yeah, I'd love to use this functionality. This is how I'd use it. And that definitely impacts the direction where the software goes.
So speaking of piling on, we've had a lot of questions come in about offering a parametric sort of workflow or construction history workflow. What are you guys' thoughts on that?
I don't think we can speak to a specific release date, but we can tell you that project is underway. We are actively working toward having a parametric system, and I can confirm that this group will be the first ones to be engaged when we have something to show. And I would say that in coming months, we'll start choosing individuals from this forum and engaging with them, sharing anything from PowerPoint mock-ups to gather feedback up to potentially live interactive application code that they can tour through and provide feedback that way.
I'd also like to point out that we will be putting up a link for another discussion like this following week. So we plan to kind of talk a little bit about what plans we have underway, and we'd love to have you guys join so we can have a more focused discussion around construction history and around parametrics. So what should Fusion 360 be? Is it for engineers? Is it for concept designers? Is it a collaboration platform? What's our perspective on Fusion 360?
That's a great question. You know, one of the things, as we have looked out there at different products, there's kind of a hole, or there's a gap in doing concept design and kind of figuring out what something's going to look like and how it functions, and then actually figuring out how you're going to manufacture it. Usually it's different applications, it's kind of severing associativity, and we really see bridging those two gaps. So, you know, the T-splines capability, the sculpt environment, is the ability to really come up with your concept designs and figure out the look and the feel of it. And then, you know, the modeling aspect is really to split it into different components, add the necessary supporting features. So, you know, we really see that as kind of a new, well, I wouldn't say a new, but we're trying to bridge those gaps differently than anybody has really done in the past. And I think a couple of other things as far as, you know, going to market, you know, we're looking at this as a subscription-based tool. So instead of a big application you get every year, you know, we're kind of going about it a little bit differently. So, you know, we're experimenting, trying some new things, getting feedback from you guys. It's a new world for us, but I think it's pretty exciting, and I think we'll see how it goes over time. But so far there's been a lot of excitement in the direction of having these two environments together and where we can go with it.
And I think in one way, you touch on those two environments, and yes, that's totally, I totally agree with that. But I think an additional layer to that is also the collaboration aspect, which currently is what you guys see as the dashboard. But we're really going to improve that to allow even better collaboration and more powerful collaboration between you and your potential team members that are working on the same project. How you guys interact, how you guys share your knowledge as a team. I think that aspect, paired along with the modeling and T-spline sculpting aspect, is really what's new and exciting about Fusion 360. And I don't think that's ever been done in previous CAD solutions. And this is why we're really pumped about making this awesome.
Yeah, the version control, being able to just capture versions easily, not have to worry about where it's at. These things are all kind of joined together, and then over time even things like version branching, so you can branch out and go kind of explore different iterations and come back at different points. So there are lots of really cool things we can do with the data in the cloud, translation, going to other applications. So you're right, the social and a lot of other capabilities in the future.
Right. So is there a deadline on the beta? So when is this beta over? Is there a time bomb in the software? What's going on there?
Well, the way that the software, there's no time bomb. Since this is tied to an identity, there will be some point where we transition it from a beta into a full-fledged product, and we'll give some time to get your data and everything, and kind of figure out what we're doing with that. But it's not time bomb. This is one of those things that it's tied to the identity. At some point, we can just stop this particular version from being logged into, but that's well after we provide a real, well, not a real, but an actual product that will be supported and out the door.
So thank you, everyone. I really appreciate you guys joining us today. Appreciate the questions. Like I mentioned, we're going to be having another discussion next week, so look for that registration link up on the forum shortly. And I want to remind you that this will be posted online. So if you want to go back and take a look at anything we talked about today, or if you know people who weren't able to attend, go ahead and share that link with them. All right. Have a good day, everyone. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.